Hello everyone, my name is Scott. I am making a video for my Principles of Financial Accounting class, and in this video I will be presenting the findings that I found in my Tableau research. Starting off, just a quick overview of some of the data that I was working with. As you can see, it is a list of people, and we have what region they're from, what state they're from, their name obviously, the type of insurance they were selling, their sales numbers, date of sale, and other things that are important to the graphs that you'll see later on. Obviously, this is a very small snippet. I was actually working with about 65,000 data points and many different types of insurance. The first graph we have here is the sum of each state's total revenue that they sold in the product. I just want you to take note of who is at the top of the most sales. So we have New Jersey, New York, DC, and Ohio. And with those top four in mind, we're now looking at the graph for the average amount per sale. And if you look at the top on here, it's New York, New Jersey, and DC. So that's a trend I see where the higher the average sale is, the states are more likely to be on top of total sum revenue because each sale is worth more money. Then in this next graph, we have the total count, the amount of sales, transactions, and I actually found this graph interesting because the only returner on the top four we see is New Jersey, whereas Maine, South Dakota, we didn't see those before. And that might be because their transaction totals were less, so people might be buying more. In this next graph, it's showing us the total sum of each region, and on the top you'll see Northeast, second Southeast, and keep that in mind because a trend I see is obviously kind of over to the east we have higher numbers, and then as you go more west there are lower numbers, and that'll be more evident in a later graph that I will show you here in a second. But before I show you that, I'd like to show you this graph, which is the highest selling salesperson in each region. As you can see here, very interesting how the top salespeople don't necessarily match the previous graph we looked at. And another graph we're going to look at is the most popular and most sold type of insurance in each region. And as you can obviously see by the blue, the professional is by far the highest selling for each region. And it's a very similar trend how it goes: professional, then auto, then home for every single region. And now we get to the graph map of the United States, and this is what I was talking about for the total sum, the sum of all sales, how I was mentioning the north, mentioning how the east is more near the top, and as you can see on this map, the darker red represents more sales. And along the East Coast, there is much darker red. And I think that is because the East Coast is more populated. So I see a trend where it's darker red, kind of going into lighter red, and then getting dark again on the West Coast because that is another higher populated area. But this map coincides with the previous two graphs we looked at, where we had East Coast with high numbers on top. And finally, this is my interactive dashboard, and this helps us easily see how in the top left up there, we can see New York, New Jersey, New York, New Jersey on top of sum of sales and the total average of sales. And then also you can see over to the immediate left again, the type of sales that we have. That is all. Thank you for watching my video.